Oh man, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so in our last meeting, myself, Ray, Walter, Michelle, and Michael Hunt was in the meeting. Really enjoyed some of his comments and the fact he was there too. Um, so some of the issues we talked about was the overview on the 7K wealth strategy video. Ray did some things with that, and I did actually create a video with a link that kind of merged some videos. So I will be sending that out to you. I actually completed it and got the link to it. There were some ideas presented. We talked about the meeting length and guest speakers and things of that nature. And I will make an announcement on that as well. Let's see here. We welcomed Michael to the meeting. And like I say, he was very, very refreshing. He was a new member, and I guess that's a friend of Walter's, childhood friend or something. Looks like he will be very, very, very helpful. Talk to Walter a little bit about in detail, since he does so much research about him presenting a lot of his ideas in the meetings. That will be a great thing to be able to do. Ray discussed some active member points on both sides, how we can rank, things of that nature. And some, let's see here. We talked about cycling of points. So we just had various conversations pretty much on the point systems. Walter came up with some ideas or some research that he had regarding that as well. And we appreciated that. So we had a real nice meeting. I put in the agenda that there will be some announcements. And one of the announcements is that we're going to have Kathy Guzzo as she's going to be visiting us on the 21st. You'll be a guest speaker. And she has some very interesting things to say. I don't want to go into everything, but 7K has made a few changes. I shouldn't say changes. They brought some additions into what they're doing in as far as which will benefit a lot of us dealing with insurance. So I'm gonna let her talk about it. But there is a meeting this Wednesday on Coffee with Curtis at 10 a.m. If you want to, there's going to be a guest speaker there, and he's going to be presenting the insurance plan. It is a health plan. And there's some great benefits for everyone and some great opportunities. And what I mean great is there are times when we have this, when we're doing our points, we get points on both sides so that we're able to get compensated. And there's a time where you can be in the right ranking, but your points have not really added up. But I think this new insurance thing that they have not only will benefit all of us in insurance, but alleviate that point situation. I don't want to say a whole lot. I'd like for them to explain it, but if you want some detailed information, Wednesday, Coffee with Curtis, 10 a.m., you'll be able to hear the presentation. And if not, Kathy will be talking with us about it as well. So that is just amazing. Now, there was a question about closing people that are interested in 7K. What can we say? Is there a script to close? How can we actually close people that have interests? And so I talked to Kathy and I talked to Curtis about that as well. And there's no specific script, but they gave some great ideas. And the reason, let me just back up. The reason there isn't a script, because closing a person that's sitting on the fence, as it were, or maybe kicking the tires, just trying to learn about what this opportunity is about. There's so many different responses that can be involved in actually closing that. So there wasn't any one particular script that they had, but they suggested that we ask certain questions. And I'm going to enumerate those questions, and I will also make sure that you get them as well. Now, Curtis came up with a few questions we can ask. One, are you, and this is speaking to the prospective person that's interested in 7K. We can ask, are you ready to get your membership started? It's something typically that we have, but that's going straight to the point, cutting out all of the talking and all of that. Hey, are you ready to get your membership started? Which membership fits you best? So, we have two memberships, one for $199 and one for $499. And what can I do to help you get started? Now, those are a few questions we can ask that person, and that's going to cut away all of the discussion. They could be talking. If they say they have an interest, what can I do to help you get started? Which membership fits you best? Things of that nature.
Question. I've seen in different videos and written materials that there's more than one membership. There's a $99 membership. There's a $249. I don't know if that's old information or if it's specialized information or what the status is. Are you familiar with those?
Yes. I only mentioned two of them. That is because the two that we're using now is a $499 and a $199. I do remember when I first got involved, there was a $249. That seems to have phased out. There's no mention of it. There's not really anywhere. So we really only focus on the two.
If you go to the sign up page, like 7kmetals.com/your username, there's a link there. It's not very prominent, but there's a link for a special membership for $99 to get started. I think it is. So maybe we could check that out. And
I will look into that.
See if that's something worth promoting. I did read about it, and it said it upgrades apparently automatically when they get a commission.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
So yeah. It's just a little link right on the webpage there when they sign up.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll pass that on to Walter to kind of really research that, look into it to see what that is, and then that's something he can have in his discussion when he's on the meeting.
So that may be a cheap, affordable way for somebody to join up. Now, they don't get all of the coins and silver eagles and things. I believe they just get maybe a coin of some sort.
Okay.
And then I did talk with Walter about some of the different memberships. So I was trying to make a chart of some of the different features of the different memberships. Pass that out.
Okay. So maybe Walter, you can. Did you hear everything? Hi. By the way, how you doing, Walter?
I'm doing okay, thanks. I'm down in Salt Lake. Had military this weekend and got to pick up some stuff for business on the way home. But
yeah, gotcha. Did you hear what your father was mentioning?
I got just the last part there about different kinds of memberships. So
if you go to the user webpage, it promotes for this membership sign up the $199 and the $499. Yeah. But then there's a little link there that says something about special sign up.
So they got restricted membership and sales center only
for $99, something like that.
Okay.
But it's a way to get started, but they don't get all the coins, and I think they have to pay monthly for the web page or something like that. So that might be worth looking into.
So on the restricted membership, Dad, I looked into that and I texted her. The $199 membership and the $599 are the exact same. You can make money on both of them. They are in your downline just the same. The only difference is like you only get 3 months technology credit and you get less coin when you start. So you're going to have to pay 9 months of $10 a month on your technology credit. So that's an added $90. So you're basically at over almost $300, for that membership a year to keep the website going. The sales center only, she didn't give me much. She said that it describes it on the site. But the restricted membership is that $99, and you basically get a membership at a reduced rate, and then you turn into the standard membership after your first commission comes.
So you don't get the commission money, it gets applied to upgrade to the standard membership, I believe.
Your first commission. So
But it's a price point, entry level,
Yeah.
maybe for some people that may be worthwhile. But obviously you don't get the Silver Eagle coin, you know, and some of the features that way. So whatever the value is for that, but it's just an option.
Okay, so that's just the one you talked about, just the 199 and the 499. Now, Dan had mentioned, did you mention a $99 one, Dan?
That's the restricted membership. That's that link on the webpage sign up. It's not announced, but it's a little link there that says, I think, restricted membership or something there.
Okay,
So if you go to your webpage with your username, then you can see that under the sign up page.
okay, I'll look for that. And maybe Walter, you can kind of, if you get a chance to look at that, kind of
I
let
made
us
a
know,
chart.
kind of
I
give
made
us
a
the
chart
insight
for different
on
features
that.
for that, so I'll send that out to everybody.
Okay. So those were some suggestions Curtis had. Now, Kathy had some suggestions for questions we can ask those that are sitting on the fence as well, too. And one of the things she does is, you know, you're talking to the person, they're talking, but you want to get them closed. And then once she's asked all their questions, she might ask, do you have any more questions? What else do you need to know to get started? That's just giving them the call to action to get started. We always want to put that call to action, meaning act on getting started. And then there was one other thing she said that was very interesting. You have a person that is just trying to get information. You've answered all their questions. They're still trying to get information, just kicking the tires, just sitting on the fence, talking, not committing, just talking. And so she said, sometimes you can say, well, this may or may not be for you. That kind of puts them at a spot to either you're gonna move forward or you're not. Because we don't want to really force a person to actually think this is for him or her, but we want to make sure that they're clear, and that may prompt them, may not. If they say it's not for us, then fine, we would not have wasted our time. So I'll put those ideas in the, or ask Michelle to put those ideas in the minutes, those questions and thoughts from both Curtis and Kathy, and then you'll have that available to you. Walter, I mentioned that we're going to have a guest speaker, Kathy Guzzo, on the 21st. And she has some interesting information to bring to us as well. Now, a couple other things.
I was going to
that
ask.
I wanted to,
Sorry, my son screamed.
that
But
I
never-
wanted to open up to you all. And it has to do with some of our training. So let me share the screen here quickly. So when you get your invitation to the Friday meeting, right now it has the link, the Coffee with Curtis. There's a lot of information here. You'll see a couple video links, just basically some instructions, signing people up, things of that nature. But we also have this mind map here. This is something that was created. This is available to everyone. And the mind map is actually this right here. Matter of fact, let me just go here because this is open here. So what this is there are brochures and things stored on this mind map. It's just information to help us to introduce people. So we have brochure with team benefits. This is one of the brochures that we talked about. And this is just a one-page brochure. It will actually talk about the benefits of 7K, just some things about did you know, and these are some of the things that you'll find in your actual, well, we have a new one of these, but this is information that you'll find in this booklet here. And so we actually put it on a one-page brochure. Now, you can tailor this brochure for you. Once you download this PDF, this is editable. You can edit your name, your phone number, your email, and website. Now, if you're having an event and you just want to have a one-page item to talk a little bit about 7K, we compared it to like been to Costco or Sam's Club lately, talking about this is a membership too as well that has benefits, and these are the benefits. These are the benefits when you join our team. This benefit here is different from what 7K is offering. This is benefits that we provide. Some additional information. This one here, some wanted to have a brochure that didn't have our team benefits, just benefits from 7K. And in this case, you have the standard membership benefit and the premium membership benefit. This is how you can determine the difference between the $199 and the $499. This is the $199 standard membership. This is the $499. This again is a one-page brochure. Now, as you continue on the map, we also created a trifold brochure. And this trifold brochure gives a little more information. It's one that I use frequently. This is the back side of it, because this is where you normally put your information. At least that's what I've been using. And when you download this brochure, it is editable. You can edit your information here. This gives the membership benefits, kind of little thought question here, some quotes. Same thing what we have here. If you join our team, it shows the premium and the standard, just some things like that. And this is a trifold brochure. You can simply print this out once you've added your information, and you can pass them out to your members. You can use this to also share with members that you bring into the group so that they have some information. What this is designed to do is simply be able to give out information to your prospective person that is thinking about it or interested in, without you having to do a lot of talking. Sometimes when we start in this venture with 7K, we don't have all the answers. This doesn't give all the answers, but it gives some very basic and important points. So this is, again, available to everyone. We put some other things in here, pre-qualified checklists, memory joggers, like if you're trying to make a list of 100 people that you know, sometimes the network marketing say make a list of 100 people and you can contact this list. There's some memory jogger items here to jog your memory as to who to think of. These are all things you can use. They're available to everyone on this mind map. I don't want to go through everything in the mind map, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what's available. Take time and go through it. If you're signing someone up, there's a quick video how to sign someone up, set up account videos, things of that nature. There's some informational site information that I provided, information from Curtis, Kathy, their site. There's just a lot of information here, but this mind map was created for you to be able to help you to educate those that you're bringing in. Now, we also have another bit of information I want to share with you as well. This here, and Dan, you probably have this, but there is some very good training information in this system. Use it. There's some over the look shoulder training information. So I have a link, and what's going to happen is when you get the link, you're going to open to a page like this. It's going to ask to create an account or log in. So if you create an account, now this is all free. So when you create the account, you'll log in, you're going to, let me just go ahead and log in here so you can kind of see. Now, this here not only is video training, but it's also on how, if you use this system with the site that is free for you, it shows you how people that sign up, how you would actually capture them. So I'm just going to go through the motions here. You know, we start to enter their first name, last name, email. So we're getting all the information that we really need on the person. The phone number. Are you ready to lock in your spot? They say yes. What's going to happen is they're going to get this information of you. This will be you. If you're sending them this information, they will already know how to contact you, and you are going to know how to contact them because you're going to get an email, and you're going to get an email with all the information, phone number, email address, things of that nature, the things that we don't always have to contact those that have actually signed up under us. Then as you log into the members area, there's a video here, and you can listen to the video, few-minute video, and then go to the Wealth Autopilot. Now this here is where you have training tapes on onboarding with 7K, back office tour, profile setup, Sound Money Wallet setup. It's an actual video setting up the Sound Money Wallet. Activate your autosave, actual video, hidden secrets. These are a lot of the things we were talking about with some of the videos that we were looking at on what many have said, many people that have been in gold and silver, what's happening with the dollar, you know, anything you want to know, money versus currency, things of that nature. This is it here. Buying gold and silver through 7K. How you do that? What is there to say about coin drop, stack and sell, buying a dealer direct? All this information is here. It's here for you and any prospect you send this to. Building your 7K business, comp plan, 7K share link, quick start training, marketing system, activating and setting up, perfect setup, becoming an associate, how to become an associate, the trifecta method, which you all are already using. You've used that already. Power-based method. Let's talk about marketing, information about marketing. And then this is an actual look over the shoulder of a person demonstrating how to become an associate, how this whole system is working when a person puts their link or their information, click on that information that I showed you previously, saying they want to sign up, how you contact them, what you say if you contact them on the phone, how if you want to email them, all this information is here. Then how to become a copper, how to become a bronze, becoming silver, becoming gold, becoming executive, and a presidential gold. All this information is available to you. Now, what's going to happen is what I'm going to do. Let me see if I can find that. I'm going to put that a link for everyone to be able to get that information here. It'll be here. It's already been inserted. You just did not get that in the email. Your next email is going to be there. It's going to be on your invitation to your Monday meeting, as well as your invitation to Friday's training. So that's what that's for. And so look through your information. All of the postings or all of the Monday meetings that we have are on our Facebook group. You can click here, sign up, become a member, and you can get all of the Monday meetings. They're all recorded and they're placed on in our Facebook group. So there's a lot of information here. Go through it, but that information on training is going to be so valuable because it's going to give you an actual look at how to do this. How is this done? So there's no question about, it'll talk about where to place people, how to figure that out. So there'll be no question. That information is available to you for free. And you can have that and you can pass that on to however you want to use. So I wanted to give you that opportunity and share that with you. Let's see if I have anything else. Um, so hopefully, this will help you in helping your people that you're talking to. And this will give people, it will take the burden off of you to have to train someone. Because this is very thorough, well thought out, approved by 7K. This is the only vendor that 7K allowed to do this. So this is something you have. So right now I'm going to turn the meeting over to what does anyone have any questions? If there's not any questions, then I'm going to turn the meeting over to Ray.
Oh, I have a quick question. So what time is the coffee with Curtis on Wednesday?
10 o'clock. It's always 10 o'clock.
Okay. And then you said Kathy's coming to guest speak on the 21st.
That's correct.
So 2 weeks from today. Okay.
Yes.
And she's going to be on Coffee with Curtis this coming Wednesday.
I didn't say she would be on, but she probably will be.
Oh.
But I didn't say she would be on there, but she, they work hand in hand. What she suggested was that if we could to be on that particular meeting so that we
Okay.
understand the insurance plan that they're presenting.
Cool. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Ray, your turn.
So Steve was talking about this brochure. Hopefully you guys, everybody, shame on anybody if we don't have at least one, 48 of them, I mean, carrying these things around, because this is basically your Bible for 7K right here. Did you want to say something, Steve? Okay.
I tried to get them, Ray. I don't have them.
They're on back order right now, so you should order them as soon as possible. They're
Yeah.
so much improved. It's one of the main reasons. If I had these brochures and the video that we have, because they go hand in hand, then I would have had way more success earlier on, because I had a hard time explaining the difference between the coins, everything. But in the contents in here, on the first page on the contents, the first area is the modern financial struggle. So it talks about a lot of the same things that were in there in the first one. The second part is the danger of fiat currencies. It didn't have that in there. It talks about the collapses of currencies in there. If it doesn't get somebody's attention after you go through it with them, something's wrong here. The next section is who we are and what 7K is about. And it explains the differences between numismatic and bullion, and talks about the offense and defense and the fuse, sort of like the football strategy. The next part is collectibles and how we use them. So he starts talking about the collectibles and why it's like sort of like silver and gold on steroids, right? And talks about the collectible market. And the next part is the 7K benefits and offerings, the area that Steve was just talking about, including healthcare benefits, everything else. I'm glad that they're revamping the benefits and everything. The only downside, in regards to the health benefits, is I had my healthcare guy on my team go through it, and he mentioned, it's just it's a low benefit. I mean, it's no deductible, no, it's very low cost, but it's for somebody that just doesn't have insurance and needs something, And then the last part is rank advancements and income disclosure. This last page is so awesome, because on here it talks about it shows what the high and low. I know Dan's very analytical in regards to, and so am I at times, where we want to show people what the highest and lowest somebody's made as an associate, as a copper, bronze, silver. So if you look at all the way to executive gold, for instance, the highest person in executive gold last year made 322,000. Okay. The average person made 178,000 last year on executive gold. Gold, the next one was 243,000. As we all know, that Curtis made 309,000 last year. So he was one of the highest paid guys in the company, because he had two positions here. The area that you're talking about closing a little bit ago, where it says, here's 3 sections right in the very back of the brochure. On the last page, it says, I want to become a member. I'm interested in part-time income, or I'm interested in a full-time income. We don't care which one somebody comes in. 85% of the people come in as buyers. The other 15% coming in as builders. Kathy told me the other day, I talked to her last week, and she says that, yeah, but a lot of people, they regret what they did. So the 85% that come in, Next thing you know, they're waking up all of a sudden. Like, for instance, I got 3,000 points, 4,000, 5,000 points on one side. I wish I would have gone into the other membership because I can start getting $500,000 checks going, you know? So get these brochures. They're taking a long time to get to you, maybe take 2 weeks. So really get that, get the video out. One other thing I wanted to mention is we're starting to work a lot with financial advisors. I'm starting to work. So last Friday, as you guys know, I'm in the financial services world. Me and Kevin aligned 16, 17 agents in the financial world. And I am bringing up a strategy and I'm trying to get help working on this, and I can use all the help I can get. It's called Safe and Sound Money Strategies. And so we do safe money, which is a lot of safe money, guaranteed retirement income for life, turning people's money into pension, giving them the ability to not to lose, their principals protected, things like that. But the other part that goes with it is, and this is probably something sort of unique, Walter, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but a sound money strategy to go along with safe money. So meaning how many times is your advisor going and telling you, yeah, you know, now that I've safeguarded all your monies, I haven't really done a great job at diversifying your portfolio. Because why? Because everything you have is in dollars. Doesn't matter how great of a job we do at putting somebody's portfolio together. So that's where we have to carve out and look at sound monies. I told this to my doctor the other day, Dr. Kamel over in Frankfurt. He said, "Oh, that makes sense." He goes, I said, "Dr. Kamel, do you have homeowners insurance?" "Oh, of course I have homeowners insurance." I go, "Do you think your house is going to ever burn down?" "Well, probably not." I go, "Well, why don't you just get rid of the insurance then?" "Well, it's because I can't afford what I'd be devastated if something happened," right? That's why we're in this business right now, is we are in the business of currency protection. We have to be passionate about it. I'm telling you right now, I don't think anybody's going to really take off in this business without having a full belief. And I know Dan did so much research and went on his radio show and everything else. And he's so passionate. Next thing you know, 18, 19 people, right? We should all take that lead and tell everybody we know that we want to protect them. We want to give them a safety net. Okay. So the last thing I want to mention is for you guys, I would urge you to come on to, we have a insurance conference. It's called NAIFA, National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. And in the conference, it's a webinar. So you can do it from Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, but it's on February 22nd. And it's going from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm going to send out the email to you guys. I'm going to be speaking on this. So the section between, I think it's 9:05 and 9:30. So for 25 minutes, I'm going to be talking, it's going to be called Building Your Financial Arc for Times of Crisis. And I'm going to be talking about difficult conversations. I had to cut a lot because it's Zoom and it's shortened, but we're going to talk about COVID, and we're going to talk about strategies to help people build their arcs, you know, dealing with COVID and pandemics and financial collapse and you know, massive inflation and everything. And so in the back end, I'm going to position it right towards 7K metals. They don't know it yet. So I would urge you, if you're not sure, say, hey, you know what? It might cost $25. Get it, you know, buy the webinar. If you're in the insurance industry, you get CE credits. If you're not, it's okay. You're going to get great education. One of the best speakers in the financial world, his name is Van Miller. He's my insurance idol in regards to, not my idol, but the guy that I've looked up to in terms of, he's the one he's going to be coming on later. But the section that I'm on between 9 and 9:30, I'm going to steer them right towards 7K metals. And I would love to be able to talk to other financial advisors too, because I want to start a movement. I'm a big picture guy. That's why I appreciate Steve putting together all these programs. I appreciate Walter digging in, and Dan, because I really want to start a movement here where we sweep this whole country and get everybody on the bandwagon of 7K in one way, shape, or form, whether you're a financial advisor where you're telling your clients about it, or whether you're a consumer or you want to help or just build a business. We want to help people build businesses, right? I mean, for $500, think about it. Even my buddy Dennis Pasquarelli goes, where the heck can you start a business for $500? Especially where a movement where everybody's going, everybody is wanting, is so scared. They'll get it because of the amount of dollars we're printing. What about this year when there's more, you know, trillions more being printed? We are on, I'm telling you right now, and I'm just letting you know, in the last 20 years, I've never been wrong. I've just been early, and I've made a lot of mistakes because I was early. But you can see that you can't be too early right now when you have silver prices that just dipped under 23 right now. I mean, it's how much earlier do we need to be to get into? If you want to buy bullion at under $23 right now, you don't think that it's going to be in the three figures very soon? As soon as you start seeing negatives going with cryptos or any negative talk that's will happen here, like it happened. Why do you think one of the reasons why crypto was having issues weeks ago was because of Russia? Russia was talking about banning crypto. It's not because people care about Russia, but they don't want to see a movement of other countries banning that because everybody's worried about being in these dollars. So the bottom line right now is you guys are on the front line of a movement. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter whether you can see it or not. I'm telling you that in this next year or two, you will have people coming to you. If we get the word out and they know what we're doing, they're going to be coming to us and they'll say, how do I get involved with that? I want to make money on, they're going to say, hey, I want to make money on sharing the word on this membership, especially now, in the next year, whether you got 200,000-300,000 members in this thing. Think about it. So think about this. In the next year, we're going to double, probably be over 200,000 just by the law of numbers, of sharing. Think about the largest numismatic coin association. I looked it up. The ANA is the largest collectible association in the world, has 27,000 members. We've already got 4 times more almost. That's crazy. 4 times more than the largest ANA. Do you guys realize what this is? This is massive. This is going to be, I'm so excited because I've got my second wind after the new year. And I told Steve and I told Curtis and Kathy, I said, I'm going to be silver by the time we go on May 1st. So by the time we go to Vegas on May 1st, which I would urge everybody to go, I'm going to be silver on May 1st. And I'm way behind, but I'll be there. So just wanted to let you guys. No, but I want to share and help everybody here on the group. I want to do whatever I got to do, just like Steve's doing here, to help anybody. If you need help as a third person to close, whether you need information, whether you have a financial advisor you want me to connect, I can talk to your financial advisors and help them come in underneath you. And then they'll be able to bring people in, whatever it is, you let me know. So thanks. I'm jacked up on coffee this morning. So have a great week.
Ray, we appreciate your comments. I love the energy that you have. You've always been great with that. As long as I've known you, which is 20 years. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. We all appreciate it, and keep it up because we need it. It just gets us fired up. Walter, did you? I'm sorry. Oh,
Thank you, Ray.
Welcome.
Walter, did you have any comments?
Excuse me, not particularly. I really liked the insurance comment. I actually talked to a friend of mine. He's a financial advisor in Michigan. I actually grew up with him. Dad, you remember Dave Neely?
Oh, yeah.
And he has been pushing his clients. I asked him. I said, if you didn't, do you invest in gold or silver? Kind of open a conversation. And then if you don't, would you? And what would you do? And he invests in a commodity stock, and that is a big thing right now. I talk to kids out here, and for whatever reason, they feel secure and safe with a commodity stock, like they're invested in gold and silver. And I'm like, that's just another stock, in my opinion. I mean, you are investing in the trade of gold and silver, but you don't have a physical asset. And I'm like, I really think it's pretty important to have that physical asset. And one of his comments was, he said, in every crisis, if you look at all the crises, when the stock market drops, gold and silver goes up. When the stock market drops, gold and silver goes up. And then he proceeded to tell me that he laughed at one, kind of chuckled, not like laughed at him in a critical way, but just kind of chuckled. One of his clients showed him his safe with like tons of gold and silver. And he's like, well, what are you going to do with that in like a World War II or IV scenario or whatever, The reality is like, if you're in a life and death situation, you're not really going to be cared about whether you have a piece of gold and you're safe. But the reality of what we've heard is like the more likely outcome is that government manipulates currency into oblivion and inflation. We won't necessarily have an all-out war. We could, but in the more likely event of us retiring, we should probably be a little bit more ready. And so I told him, I said, doesn't that kind of prove my point when you said that when the stock market crashes, everybody goes to what is physical and what is sure. And I said, I feel like that is something that is actually proves my point more, because having that physical asset to be able to hedge against inflation, it's proven through economics right now, even in the history that he's told me about, and Ray probably could confirm it, that when stocks go down and when we start hitting a crash in our system, people are going to run to gold and silver. If you listen to Mike Maloney is predicting a deflationary action before in a hyperinflation. And so you're going to have a run, I think, towards that silver and gold. But if anybody, I tell my friends, I told them out here, I was meeting with them, I told them at base, got a few people interested, but when they run, I felt like, well, that's maybe when I want to go get it, but I think you're too late at that point, because the drops are so quick, the pickups and trying to be able to get it at that point is going to be really tough. You can, like, I'm going to try when it drops to get more and more, but have that physical asset. And it just makes me so much more confident in my position, in knowing, talking to him and listen to Maloney, like I'm 100% sure that having physical assets has to be part of your portfolio.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Walter, one thing I'm glad you brought that up. And I'd love to talk to your advisor, your friend. There's a section on page 18 of this brochure, and it says, how can you leave a legacy? And it's this page right here. And it says according to the Inc. magazine, wealthy families use 5 main assets to protect and grow their wealth. Okay, 5 main. So people are get their attention, right? Because everybody wants to talk about the wealthy, right? Number 1,
right? Yeah, they only listen to wealthy.
That's right. And each one of these is limited, right? It's finite amount. Exclusive real estate, right? So we know that they're an exclusive real estate. Number 2, fine art. You've seen those big runs on art, right? Number 3, rare coins. These are the wealthy investing in rare coins. Number 4, gold. Number 5, usable precious metals. So think about it. Of the top 5, 7K is 3 of the 5. Think about it. It's rare coins, gold, usable precious metals. So so for the people that think that we don't know what we're talking about, and and this is crazy stuff and everything else. Okay, well, look at what the wealthy, 3 of the 5 is what we're involved in. We're sharing what they're doing. Okay, I guess you just want to be like a common person. And if you're going to be the person that's when everything sort of crashes and things go bad and everything, you're going to be the one that's running for the exit when it's too late. Like during 9/11, when everybody, and I'm going to bring up 9/11, by the way, at the talk in a couple of weeks, where there's a thing called normalcy bias, where 70% of the people cannot envision something they've never seen before. 70%, right? So which means 7 out of 10 people are going to say, I got to think about it. That doesn't make sense to me, everything else. Whereas the other 30%, either half of those people are making a good plan like we are. We're in that 15%. We're making a good plan for the emergency exit ahead of time. But there's another 15% that just freaks out. So what they do is they just run, like as soon as they hear a noise, they go crazy, and then they disrupt and they blow it for everybody, right? So we're going to be in that exclusive 15% where we're going to help guide people on this. But think about it. 3 of the 5 areas that the wealthy are doing. Are you telling me, why are we not sharing this to everybody, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to add to that. We were in sharing to everybody. One of the big drawbacks I get is it's a multi-level. And so you do the common thing where you say, it's network marketing. And I've had multiple people be like, oh yeah, a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, no, it's, like, why is it called a pyramid scheme? Because your scheme, I'm like, because only the top few people make money, which brings up a really good point about our compensation plan on it. But I kind of try to stay away from that per se. And I just say to them, I'm like, well, think about it. I said, every single business is multi-level. It's somebody, for instance, my carpet business, the guys I was talking to out there, they own a carpet store, but they don't own the product. All they do is have it in their store and they tell people about it. And if they buy it, they make some money. And if you're in any other, you can think of it in any business. So I'm like, it's not that bad. The only time it's bad or it's a scam is when you're selling a product that doesn't benefit somebody and you're just making money off of them, which is not ethical in any manner. But this is something you're benefiting yourself, you're saving up for your future, and have an opportunity to make a little bit of money on the way. If you don't know people and you're not a salesman, it doesn't mean you have to grow your business. The only thing I kind of downside, now I don't tell people this, but I just have a downside with 7K is there's not really good, some things I've been finding in research is there's not really a place where you don't make money or they're not going to charge you, because you have to have that website. And so they're going to charge you technology fees all the time on there. So like the average person that's not a salesman that just wants to participate, they're going to need to have, it's driven towards making downlines. So my friend out here in Salt Lake, Seth, if he wanted to get on, he's not much of a salesman kind of a guy. So he's probably not going to end up selling it. He'll probably end up just buying it, which then now he's paying technology fees, and he doesn't need the insurance. He's got his wealth already and financial advisors and stuff like that. So some of the other benefits aren't as attractive to him. But that's one thing. And then I don't think that they have, I wish, and I'd like to send to Carrie, I wish they'd have those 7K just straight up Silver Eagles to sell to people at a good price. But anyway, those are some things that I found. Sorry, guys, rambling.
No problem. Walter, you mentioned something, and I did some research on pyramid schemes. And like you say, everything has a pyramid to it. But we have companies like Amway, Shackley, those been in business for years and still in business. There are some pyramid schemes that don't involve a product. You just put your money in and and it builds up the person, they fall off, and whatever the case may be. And you're right. When it becomes a bad choice is when there's a no good product or there's not a product at all. When you have a product that a person needs, and I talked about the three things of needing, what would give you three things you look at when you're going to take on a product. If those three things are met and it's a good sound product, then it's not considered the pyramid scheme that we attach the dislike to. Now, there's a little difference here because they turn the pyramid on its head, in that the only way you rank up to go to the top is if you pull those that you brought in up with you. Now, when you consider multi-level marketing, there are not many opportunities like that. You come in, you get all these people invited, you get all these people interested. If it's a good product, great. They either got the use of the product or they can build their own business. But you have to help your downline be successful for you to be successful. It's not too many opportunities like that. So that's really, really important to note. One other thing I wanted to mention too is sometimes when you're bringing people in, a good example was given to me. One of an associate with 7K said what he does is he give them a $5 bill and give them a bullion and ask them, which would you rather have? When someone feels that bullion in their hand, they rather have that, the weight of it. I mean, it's an ounce, but it's heavy when it's in your hand. When you get that feeling, it gets infectious. So those are some tactics that you can always use. And I hate to say tactics because I don't want to give the impression that we're scheming to get people into 7K, but this is really a need, especially in the day that we're living now. I see it as important. I never had interest in gold and silver, but I mean, I got interest in, that's what I think about a lot. I'm not going to say that's all I think about because there's important things, of course, but I think about it a lot, enough for me to make a business out of it. So for me, it makes no difference what nobody else thinks. I know that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So I'm really committed to that. I want to share one other thing before we end that I'm going to also put in the mind map. I believe I'll put it in the mind map and in the schedule. let me just share the screen again. This was a video that I created that was part of what I was talking about. I'm gonna just take a minute just to kind of share you what was done. So we have a thumbnail. We use this thumbnail, which is out of the little booklet that Ray was presenting to us. I want to show you how I actually set the video up, and then I will make this available to everyone so that you can do however you choose to. So let me get it started. Let me just let it run. This is only going to be a minute, so that I'm going to time that I need with the video. Hopefully it'll let me let it run. Okay, hold on for a second. Give me 1 second to get that worked out. See here. Okay, so we should be able to do that now. Right here. Let me refresh this. Let me see if I can run it now. Okay, so let's see if we get that running. Can you all see the video? See it coming up now? Oh, wow. Why is it still doing that? So what has happened? I don't know why that's not coming up at this moment. Let me go here to get it. Let me see if I can show it this way, because I should be able to show it. So what happens is, some years ago, YouTube blocked one of my accounts, so I opened another account, but every now and then when I have that email open, I can't run YouTube videos. So then go to my channel. Let's see. Can you see the video now? Okay, let me do this. Let me stop the share. We'll start it back again. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay. So I have the thumbnail, then I have this coming in this way. Let me.
There's no sound to it, Steve.
So what I've done is I put a thumbnail to it and an introduction, and then I put the video, I connected the video where you see the testimonials, where 7K had a video of testimonials, and then it's about 3 minutes. And then what happens after that, let's kind of look at it. Then we go into the video of the wealth strategy, which is the video that Ray was talking about. So that's how I set the video up. It kind of gives a 1-2 punch. You have the testimonials, and then you have the wealth strategy. So the video is about 22 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set that up in a file so that you all have access and you can utilize it however you choose, if this is a video that you want. I just wanted to share with you how I had set that up, so you have that opportunity. Okay. Does anybody else have any other thoughts, anything they want to add? If not, we'll be concluding our meeting.
Oh, one thing, Steve, next week I would like to go over all the tax benefits of precious metals.
Okay, sure. And
Oh,
that's a
that'd be great.
good point. I wanted to mention too, I forgot about this. On the agenda, I set the agenda up. I had announcements or whatever I'm going to say, and then I have like comments from Ray, and then I have comments from Walter. You may not, I don't know if you saw the agenda, Walter, but I put those in there because we talked to you about the research. So if you research something, it gives you an opportunity to share it in a meeting. So every agenda will have that part of it in it, and then you'll be able to, and then I'll just, like I introduced or I had asked you to speak, that's how we'll do it. So I didn't want you to be, I kind of put you on the spot there. You didn't really know that I was going to set it up that way, but at least you know now, and we can move forward. So if there are not any other comments, questions or anything, we can adjourn our meeting and look forward to the next.
Sounds good. See you
All
later,
right,
everybody.
I want to thank everyone for coming
Okay.
and look forward to our next Monday meeting.
Very good meeting. Thanks, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Talk later.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody.